down a little bit. So one of the arguments that I heard is that all the rich people's mega mansions didn't burn and Lahaina did. Well, there's a couple of things to that. The rich people's mega mansions are new construction. They're built with modern building codes with fire resistance in mind. Also, they're massive acreages where the homes are separated from each other by, in some examples, miles or acres, right? Also, they all have beautiful, lush green grass that's very well manicured and very short. None of that is much of a fire hazard compared to Lahaina with their old wooden buildings and much higher density of buildings. That could be a contributing factor, but again, I'm just speculating at this point. The second thing is that this is a land grab, and I think that has tainted this entire tragedy. And I think we are losing focus of what really matters, which is the people of Hawaii and all the people that are still missing.
Hawaii's warning system was silent during deadly wildfires. There are 80 outdoor sirens on Maui to alert residents to natural disasters. They sat silent as people fled for their lives. Not even text message alerts.
There are sirens in place and warnings in place for hurricanes and tsunamis. I don't know if those warnings are typically used for other natural disasters, but they weren't in this case. We certainly weren't hearing any sirens or being warned in any sort of way that there was something this large happening. I'm told that we were sent texts. However, we didn't have cell service.
At least 93 people died in the fire, making it the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than 100 years. The cause of the fires remain under investigation. A class action lawsuit alleges power companies ignored weather warnings and kept power lines energized. Hawaii's governor has ordered an investigation into the cause.
An act of nature, and there can be absolute horrible human beings on this planet.
Well, every single person living in Flint may have been exposed to lead through the city's contaminated water supply.
The state knew about it and did nothing.
Of the water supply in Flint, Michigan has sparked outrage across the country.
In Canada, people are also unknowingly consuming dangerous amounts of lead from their drinking water. In some cities, lead levels were found to be comparable to those of Flint at the height of its water crisis.
We're probably talking about hundreds of thousands of people in the population of Canada that right now, every time they open their taps, there's a good chance that they're getting a little bit of lead coming out of that pipe.
Canadians are not being informed on when lead levels are high, not only in their homes, but in their schools and daycares.
That's Mike and Megan. They've been part of this huge year-long investigation that has involved around 130 university students and journalists.
And how could it kill an 11-year-old? KRDO News Channel 13's Julia Donovan asked an emergency room doctor those questions this afternoon. She's live at the Rocky Mountain Pediatric Kidney Center with some answers. Julia.
Let's do it. I was watching 11 earlier.
And told me death by water intoxication is rare, but very painful.
What exactly causes water intoxication? You drink too much.
Your health, but doctors say one man almost died after drinking cold water.
Yeah, here's what happened. He was working out one day when he took a big gulp of ice water, and then he went into heart failure. After more than 20 hospital visits and 15 years for chest pain, the Houston man figured out the common variable: ice water.
Doctors?
I take a gulp of cold water. As I'm settling back down, I feel the double thud. You feel something, don't be afraid to tell your parents. Don't be afraid to tell your physician the next time that you go in for an appointment.
Now,
and had this headache. They got home. She walked across the garage to go into the house, and she passed out in the garage.
Water intoxication is a rare but dangerous condition caused by drinking too much water too fast, which upsets the electrolyte balance in the body.
What would you like to see as your legacy in 10, 15 years?
I've set very ambitious goals because I'm quite optimistic. If you look at, say, the 20 diseases that our global health program goes after, I'd hope that within 15 years, over half of those, we could have had a very dramatic impact. Some of them will prove to be harder than others. For example, AIDS, we will have made an improvement, but not the dramatic improvement probably in that time frame. Malaria, perhaps, and a number of the other ones, we have things in the pipeline. So, huge change in the mortality rates in developing countries, which then has this effect of reducing population growth. That's this big benefit that then makes everything like education and nutrition a lot easier.
Yes, it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers song, Californication. 25 years have passed since they released the song and billions of people have listened, including you. But did you listen to the lyrics carefully?
Psychic spies from China. Born and raised by those that raise control of population.
Oh my God. You're so awesome, Lawrence Lim.
It's Lawrence Lim with the W.